So my MK4 Jetta hood latch thingy broke. These things are always breaking. I've had like 3 of these cars. Every one of them is broken, and some of them have broken more than once. I replace them and then they break again. But here's what happens, and you've probably already figured this out if you're watching this video. This should have a tab on this side too, just like this one, and it'll insert through this little opening here in your grill, and then engage the mechanism for your hood release, and a little pin will drive through all of that and retain it. Well, I don't want to have to order another one of these parts and then come back out next week and replace it and all this kind of stuff. So I'm just going to make one out of a piece of wire, and I'll put a little loop in one end. I'll come back when I'm done here, put a little loop in one end so I can grab it with my finger, insert it through here, and then hook it, put an L in there and get it through that hole and bend it back. I'll show you when I'm done. So here's the first step. This whole piece of wire was about 10 inches long, and I cut some off the end, but you want to go longer and then make your loop and then compare the size to what you're working with. I wanted it to stretch out a little bit longer than the stock one to make sure I was going to have room to grab it. Of course, if it's too long, then it won't close underneath the hood. So we're going to find out here pretty soon. So here we'll make our L shape first. We'll slip it into that slot and then work it into that hole there. And now I got to get a pair of needle nose pliers and start bending that back. So here we got it all installed. I probably did make this a little longer than necessary, but it does do the job. When you this could probably scratch the grill over time, but you can see this is pretty rough looking grill anyway. You could probably put some heat shrink or electrical tape or something on there too if you wanted to make it a little nicer. But as you work it around that pin in the back, after you put that L shape in that I showed in the last step, you can push this back so you can bend that in a way where it will stay on there well and everything will work. I'm going to show you what it looks like here with the hood closed. There you go. So you can see it from this angle. I guess you could paint it black if you wanted, or like I said, put the heat shrink over it. It might be a little nicer. But from above, you can't see it from above, so that's going to work out well. I've already popped it once, and it does pop out just like the normal one. So there you go. Hopefully this was helpful for you.